It's starting to get late in the conference season, and tonight it's a big game for both sides as the Charlotte 49ers play host to the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Bobby Rosensky alongside Joby Thomas and Hannah Brady as you look at the Hilltoppers here in Charlotte, looking for revenge against Charlotte after they fell the first time these two teams played in Bowling Green last month by a score of 75-71. Joby, Bryce Williams and the Niners come in after a rough loss to North Texas, which has led to a change in the lineup as Bryce Williams starts tonight for the 49ers.
Yeah, we've seen a couple changes. Bryce Williams in there as well as Isaiah Folks, two guys who are accustomed to coming off the bench for Charlotte. Coach Sanchez looking for a little lift, anything he can do just to tinker with that lineup and get the production he's looking for.
Yeah, Charlotte 49ers last week won on the road at UTEP and looked good doing it on a Thursday night, but then fell to North Texas by 24 points, 67-43, a game they started down 11-0 and were never really in it, trailed by as many as 25 in that game. Meanwhile, the Hilltoppers come in winners of 3 straight, and there is one big difference, Joby, from the last time these two teams played, and that is a 7'5" difference that's in the lineup tonight for Western Kentucky.
Yeah, huge impact player, sharp in the game, leading the nation in block shots. We'll talk about it throughout the course of this game. Some of the mind-boggling stats, really, when you think about the effect he has on the basketball game. Not a huge scorer, but he can single-handedly change the complexion of a game on the defensive end.
And Jamarion Sharp, the 7'5" senior from Hopkinsville, Kentucky, averaging 7 points a game, 7.3 rebounds per game, but it is the blocks, which we'll get to. There you see the Niners student section. They've been filling in the student section all year long here inside Halton Arena. Did mention Charlotte won the first meeting. It was back on January 21st by a score of 75-71. A victory tonight would give Charlotte just their second ever season sweep of the series. You have to go back to 1988-89 campaign to win that accomplished for Charlotte. The Hilltoppers lead it overall 24-13. It is all tied up here in Charlotte at 9 apiece. So we're about ready here for basketball. Charlotte, as you see, 5-9 in the conference. Western Kentucky comes in 6-8. The Hilltoppers, they're a streaky team, though, as they lost their first 3 conference games, won 3 straight, then lost 5 in a row, and right now they come in on a 3-game winning streak. Hilltoppers, not surprisingly, win the opening tip.
And both these teams looking for some consistency, a little up and down. Coach Stansberry as well as Coach Sanchez often wondering what team's going to show up any given night. But Charlotte's been consistently good all year long here in Halton.
Bryce Williams coming off a scoreless performance at North Texas. He replaces Igor Milicic in the starting lineup. Milicic also scoreless in that game against the Mean Green. Khalifa's shot, it is blocked by Sharp. So the league leader in all of Division I gets an early block, and it leads to a bucket on the other end by Davion McKnight.
Well, great defense and easy offense in transition, but there we see the early impact of Jamarion Sharp, blocking a wide-open three-point attempt by Ali Khalifa.
Khalifa finds Threadgill. Rebound to Sharp, and it's taken away by Bryce Williams. Hilltoppers only had 3 turnovers in the first matchup. They have one here early on. Isaiah Folks also getting the starting nod tonight, as Luke Kai Patterson coming off the bench. Williams 3, it's good. And Bryce Williams, the leading scorer for the 49ers. Always a big moment, Joby, when he hits his first shot of the game.
Yeah, he is a guy who can get going, and when he gets hot, he can put points on the board in bunches, and got the mismatch he was looking for. A little quicker release than Khalifa on the previous possession, able to get it up over Sharp.
First foul of the game. Foul is on Ali Khalifa, as McKnight looking to split the defense. There's Ron Sanchez, 5th season, leading this 49ers squad. 64-75 overall. is Coach Sanchez. Charlotte has struggled once the calendar turned to 2023, as they are just 3-8 this year. And a lot more road games, though, than here in Halton. And over the final 6, including this one, 4 of them in front of the friendly fans.
Yeah, it's that time of year when bodies are tired. No one's at 100% physically, as we see a unforced error, turnover there, first of the game for the Hilltoppers. But you got to fight through, and you're looking for production off the bench and a lift from just somewhere at this point. But Hilltoppers playing really good basketball at the right time.
Hilltoppers on the 3-game win streak. All those games were at home. Here's Isaiah Folks, gets in the hands of Khalifa, being guarded by Sharp. Khalifa backing in, little hook shot.
Little Kareem the Dream, baby. Can't block that one. Smart play, Ali Khalifa, using his frame as well as beautiful technique.
Threadgill able to take it away. So they had 3 turnovers the first time they played. They have 3 here in the first now just 3 minutes of this game. First 2 turnovers have led to all 5 Charlotte points. Folks driving in. Then he'll get the finish. So Folks and Bryce Williams, the 2 plugged into the starting lineup, and it's paying off for Ron Sanchez early on.
Yeah, smart play there by Isaiah Folks. Good drive. Charlotte able to pull Sharp away from the basket. Has to respect the 3-point potential by Khalifa, and nobody home to contest the shot by Folks.
7-0 run for the 49ers. Acott trying to end that, won't fall. It's in the hands of Bryce Williams.
Western unable to really get good shots created the first few possessions. But they're a team that can get hot and score pretty rapidly.
Coming off a 93-point performance in their last game. Williams again not able to hit that one. Allen with the board, now in the hands of McKnight.
Here's where he's got to play pack line defense, really collectively help against McKnight. He can get to the basket, put a lot of pressure on you.
Acott being guarded by Threadgill. Now Sharp going to come out, set the screen. Acott going in off the glass, and there's Sharp. Didn't even have to jump to dunk that one, and that ends a drought of 3.5 minutes.
A nice drive there by Acott. Didn't come up with the basket, but created that offensive rebound opportunity for Sharp.
Gibson 3 won't fall. Trey Gibson had a strong night at UTEP last Thursday, 15 points. All of his points coming from beyond the arc. Allen, little runner in the lane, and he got it to go. Dante Allen, who was the Conference USA Player of the Week just a couple weeks ago. And he's got his first bucket of the game.
A lot of contact. Good physical move by Allen to finish. Right there. The defense draped all over him.
And that ball going to go off the hands of Khalifa. Will be the first turnover of the game for the Charlotte 49ers. 14:42 to go in this opening quarter. Isaiah Folks getting the start. He's got the Niners up 1. A look at Sharp with the offensive rebound and the easy putback. Part of a 4-0 run for the Hilltoppers. And now Charlotte leading by 1. And Joby, the change in the lineup with Folks and Bryce Williams. Obviously, I think early on paying off for Coach Sanchez to start this game.
Yeah, Isaiah Folks really just brings a ton of tenacity and defensive intensity, showed his ability to score as well. He's picked up the scoring over the last month or so. And really, again, you're looking for just that right button to push and get the right lineup in, and it has been a good start for Charlotte and Coach Sanchez.
49ers do make their first substitution as Sharp on the alley-oop from McKnight. And the Hilltoppers reclaim the lead here at 8-7. You see Lukai Patterson who did not get the start, checks in for Gibson. Bryce Williams able to draw some contact. Let's see who the foul's on. It's on Hamilton. First foul on the Hilltoppers. Folks gets it into Patterson in the paint, and the shot was blocked away. And here's Allen, had it blocked by Folks.
And that's exactly what Isaiah Folks brings to the table. Such an athlete, great recovery in transition to get the block.
Jackson Threadgill dumps it off, beautiful feed to Khalifa.
Well, I don't know if you notice how quickly Khalifa laid that ball up with Sharp coming from the weak side, but a beautiful play, an easy bucket.
And a travel called on Hamilton. Fifth-year player for Coach Rick Stansberry from Charlotte, went to Cannon High School. He's got a couple stops previously, started at BC for a couple of years and went to Maryland. Now his second year with the Hilltoppers.
Well, that's today's college basketball. Guys change schools like they change shoes, it seems, but great opportunity to go to a new place and have an impact.
Threadgill, and a foul is going to be called on Sharp. And Threadgill going to get an opportunity at the line. First foul on Sharp. He missed the first game between these two with a hip injury. But out there tonight, leading the country with 102 blocks. Averaging 4.3 blocks per game. In fact, there's more blocks than 77% of Division I programs.
He literally got the ball first, but it was the follow through and impact when he landed that made him guilty of the foul.
You see Sharp head to the bench. Jun will check in, a 6'11", a redshirt sophomore. And Jackson Threadgill able to take advantage at the free throw line by making all three. Acott trying to work on Threadgill. Little spin move and the finish. Nicely done by Emmanuel Acott.
Yeah, Acott can score as well, averaging double figures, second leading scorer for the Hilltoppers on the season. Another strong move.
Patterson in the paint. Now out Threadgill. He'll fire the three and he hits. Jackson Threadgill got three at the line and now three from beyond the arc.
And Threadgill is another player for Charlotte that you mentioned. Bryce Williams, if he has a good start, can really have a big game, and he too is capable as Acott back-to-back possessions uses his strength. Great drive and easy bucket around the rim.
So Acott up to 4 points. Jackson Threadgill over the last three games 0 for 7 from the floor. He missed his first shot tonight before getting that three to go. Gus Aldrich getting his first run of the night. He falls down. Gibson free throw line jumper. And Hamilton the board for the Hilltoppers.
A good collective defense there by Western Kentucky.
McKnight, and a block called on Patterson. And McKnight still down on the ground. We'll get a check on him when we come back. Right now, Charlotte leading by 3. A look here at McKnight crashing to the hoop, was down for a couple seconds, did get up though, walked off on his own power, and it looks to be good. Right now, let's check in with the third member of our team, and that's Hannah Brady. Hannah?
Thank you, Bobby. Charlotte is looking to regain some confidence, not only for the rest of their season, but at home as well. The last time the Niners won at home was on January 14th against UTSA. So Charlotte needing a spark plug coming into this game, and that was Ron Sanchez. He said earlier this week, I have to be that guy that points out bad things, but I also can't be the guy that drags them down when they know that things are going wrong. In practice, they were focusing on emphasizing the little things and just really keeping that composure. So it's up to the Niners tonight to really capitalize on any opportunity that they're given.
Thank you, Hannah. It was the Niners off to the undefeated start at home. It was MLK Day, and they lost to UTEP 60-58. And they've not had many home games, just 2 more since then. Fell to FIU in a nail-biter, 57-54. And then at the time, number 19 FAU, who fall out of the rankings, back in it. They would pick up a 15-point win here in Halton Arena. Game Charlotte actually led at halftime, but the Owls dominated the second half.
Yeah, the Niners also add insult to injury, a little bit of bad luck, if you will. And the man who just took that 3, Ali Khalifa, out with a COVID-related illness, missed a couple of games. And it's tough when you go on the road in conference play and looking to rebound, and certainly a win at home would help propel them moving forward.
Ali Khalifa missed the 2 games at home, was back for the road trip. He was the only player in double figures in that game at North Texas last Saturday. Here's Igor Milicic, his first action, and he has the dunk.
Well, that's one way to get going, get out in transition. Nice find by Lukai Patterson, and an easy finish by Igor Milicic.
Igor averaging 8.2 points on the season. In conference games, though, it's just 6.2. As I thought you could argue, Joby, leading into conference play, Igor Milicic might have been the best player on the team this season.
He was, for a stretch, just really impressive. See a replay of the finish at the rim, but he's a guy that can really stretch the floor and shoot the 3, and as well as finish. And speaking of shooting a 3, John knocks it down, showing a range.
40% from beyond the arc. The net barely moved on that one. So we are tied, and a foul going to be called on Lander, the Indiana transfer. So all tied up here at 17. Niners' largest lead has been 5 points at 15-10. Milicic lost control of the ball, now picked up by Rawls, going in off the glass, and he got it to go.
A tough turnover leading to that breakout bucket by Rawls. And there's a difference. We talk often about dead ball turnovers versus live ball turnovers that lead to transition breaks, and that's one way you keep a road team in it, turn the basketball over. Hilltopper showing some zone here for the first time the second half.
Khalifa trying to back his way in. Igor Milicic fighting hard but not able to get the rebound. Marshall collected it, and now Rawls brings it back up for Western Kentucky. And a travel will be called on John, and you feel like you wish he just would have taken that shot after he drained the first 3.
Exactly. Let it fly, young fella. You just made one and showed the ability to knock it down. Pick and pop and wide open. No need to get fancy or cute. It's 5 turnovers now by the Hilltoppers.
11 minutes into this game. First 4 turnovers have led to 10 points. Make that now 13 points off 5 turnovers as Gibson hits from beyond the arc.
Well, simple basketball and excellent ball movement. Gibson freed up in the corner. nothing but net.
Gibson the rebound. Some bodies falling on the ground, but they keep playing. Now Patterson swings it out. Gibson. Another one. Montre Gibson. And the Niners up by 4.
Heads up basketball there. Patterson underneath. Thought he might have had a shot attempt for a brief moment, but finds the hot hand. Back-to-back threes by Montre Gibson.
Gunn will take the 3 this time. And that one barely touching the net. And it leads to a timeout. 7:51 to go in the first half. It's the Niners by 4. Montre Gibson with his second triple of this first half. In fact, it's a 6-0 run by Gibson. And as the 49ers leading this game by 4. Saw Patterson actually go down as we went to timeout. Had to get helped up. He is sitting on the bench now by himself. Saw him kind of rolling that ankle a second ago. We'll see if he gets back out there soon. Milicic beyond the arc. Rebound to Allen, and now McKnight with the basketball for the Hilltoppers. McKnight averaging over 17 points a game. Has 4 here in this first half.
Charlotte doing a good job when McKnight has the ball, pick and roll. They're trapping him. Make it tough as he gets to his spot and shows the sweet step back. The lefty so fluid. 17 a game, showing you why.
And impressive as a freshman, averaged 5 points a game, and then last year, Joby, 16.2. Have a coach's dream there to see that player take that huge leap.
And to stay in school and not switch schools nowadays. As we see McKnight drive in. Foul called before the shot attempt. But in all seriousness, it is difficult nowadays. We see McKnight on the break to really know who's coming back and to prepare and to have any level of consistency from one year to the next. Coach Stanberry has showed his ability to keep his team intact and having some late season success. Great career overall as a coach. Of course, a lot of success at Mississippi State, and 7th season now at Western Kentucky as Allen knocks it down.
Allen, a 38% three-point shooter. Actually, over the last 3 games, 12 of 23 from beyond the arc. Now 1 of 2 here tonight. Khalifa puts it off to Bryce Williams. Quick 5-0 run by the Hilltoppers out of the timeout. Gibson, little floater, gets it to go, and Gibson has the last 8 for Charlotte.
Yeah, he's playing excellent basketball. Shows the ability to get to the middle of the floor and float it up over the outstretched arms of Sharp. Montre Gibson playing well for Charlotte. As you see, turnover number 6, and really, Bobby, many of them unforced for the Hilltoppers.
And the Niners capitalizing big time off the first 5, leading to 13 points. Still think, Joby, that this pace of this game, you think favoring Western Kentucky here first 14+ minutes?
I would say so. And when you talk about 6 turnovers and only down a point, it's really, you know, they're shooting a good percentage. Charlotte as well. They take care of the basketball. They would probably be in control of this game. Charlotte certainly wants to slow it down and play in the 60s, ideally, as folks wide open. Showing the range as well. It's contagious.
Folks wearing number 5. That's 5 threes for the 49ers here in this first half. McKnight lob it up to Sharp for the dunk.
Well, he's long, and that's an easy deuce. Good pass by Davion McKnight. What a luxury. 7-5 in the middle.
Khalifa backing in on the big man. That time the Kareem hook shot doesn't work. McKnight, Allen, corner. Beautiful rebound, Hamilton, to keep it alive for Western Kentucky. Akon, top of the key, no. Folks the board for the 49ers.
Good ball movement, and the Hilltoppers come up empty, but you can live with that offensive possession.
Folks can't get it to go. Now Bryce Williams. No. But it's a turnover as Sharp tried to get it in the hands of McKnight. Bryce Williams losing a shoe. A lot happening here inside Halton Arena.
A lot going on there. Bryce Williams with a oh-so-close attempt. And what you do against a shot blocker. We saw Khalifa early in the game when he made that hook shot against Sharp. He used his body, went into him to create a little bit of separation. And then the previous possession when he had his attempt blocked, tried the same thing, but didn't use his body. Got to go into the body of the shot blocker to have a chance to score around them.
See number 10, top of the key. Nick Graves getting his first minutes of the game. Patterson. Tough shot. Does not fall. Sharp the rebound. That's now 7 boards for Sharp, along with 6 points. And this is going to be a moving screen. Stansberry's got his arms up in the air, but it'll be Sharp's second foul. Charlotte leading by 2 late in the first half. Take a look at the second alley-oop of the night that Sharp is able to get a dunk on. Now, he did just pick up his second foul. So Jean will check back into the game. Actually, he's made only 1 start this year. That was against Charlotte. Now, he played just 5 minutes when he started that game with Sharp out with a hip injury.
But Coach Stansberry certainly does not want Sharp to pick up that 3rd foul. As you see Charlotte going right down on the block to Lukai Patterson with Sharp out of the basketball game. But definitely a different style of play. And Charlotte with more opportunity on the interior, with Sharp sitting on the bench, and Hamilton misses the open 3.
All of a sudden, the scoring is dried up here inside Halton Arena. Ball went off Bryce Williams' head. Stays with Western Kentucky. And Hamilton splitting the defense and the finish. Ties things up and ends a Hilltopper drought of 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, that was one of those, what are you doing? Great play there by Hamilton. 1-on-4. I wasn't sure quite how he was going to navigate that situation, but he did it to perfection.
Back-to-back misses for Graves, the freshman, who has seen an uptick in playing time last 5 games, played double-figure minutes in all those games. Here's McKnight. That left hand just doesn't go. Rebound to Bryce Williams. Niners have missed their last 7 shots. Patterson with an and 1. What a finish by the redshirt sophomore.
And not to continue to harp on it, but there again, no real shot blocker. But you see an example, even Patterson going against the taller defender. What does he do? He goes directly into his body, negates that opportunity for the shot block, draws the foul, and a 3-point play opportunity.
Coach Stansbury's 7th season leading this Hilltopper team. Patterson can't get the and one. Western Kentucky been right there at the top of being the best teams in Conference USA year in and year out. There'll be another unforced turnover. Ball went off the leg of Hamilton. Hilltoppers one of 17 programs that have won 19 or more games in each of the last 5 seasons. Sitting here with 14 wins right now. 6 games left in the regular season. Then Western, along with everybody else, making their way to Frisco, Texas for the Conference USA tournament. It should be a good one here because it's pretty tightly bunched in this conference. Jackson Threadgill trying to use the glass. Aldrich keeps it alive. Patterson, spin and off the glass.
I don't know what pixie dust Patterson got on his ankle on the bench a few minutes ago, but it's turned into fantastic play as he is attacking the rim with fervor. You see the nice spin and the finish. Lukai Patterson putting in work.
Patterson, after missing his first 3 shots, made those last 2, gives him 4 points. As Charlotte has this 4-point lead. Niners being led by Gibson, who has 8. Threadgill with 6. These were on 3 free throws when he was fouled. Taking a 3, and then he made a 3 right after that. We actually kind of seen Charlotte go in spurts here, where Threadgill had 6 in a row. Gibson, all 8 of his came in a row for Charlotte. Now you're seeing Patterson with his 4 points all in a row.
Yeah, basketball, a game of runs. Expect both teams to have it throughout the course of a game. Ups and downs is who can consistently weather the storm the longest. But Hilltoppers down just 4 on the road. Sure would love to cut into this lead a little bit.
Rawls being guarded by Graves. Now it's Hamilton. Patterson, 12-second difference in the shot clock to game clock. Niners could have gone 2 for 1.
It could be a big momentum swing in Charlotte's favor if they're able to get a bucket here going into the half. And right on cue, Bobby, Bryce Williams for 3.
Second triple of the game for Williams. He's got 6 and a 7-0 run as the Niners up by 7 as we have the final 10 seconds. McKnight falls down, travel, turnover number 10 of the first half. Charlotte will make a substitution here. Offense in, defense out. As you see, Bryce Williams hitting that 3. Gibson, he checks back in.
Yeah, plenty of time. 7.5 seconds. Clear it out. Get to the basket.
Patterson throws it up. And that brings us to the end of the first 20 minutes here inside Halton Arena. 49ers, a 7-0 run, leading this game 35-28. And now standing by with Charlotte 49er head coach Ron Sanchez, here's Hannah Brady.
Coach, a dominating first half. What are your overall takeaways so far?
I think we played with some decent energy. We gave up too many offensive rebounds there and too many lobs at the rim. We got to protect the rim a little better on that.
Up by 7, what is your message to your team in the locker room to come back out and close this one out?
You know, we got the next 4 minutes, the first 4 minutes of the second half. We can do a great job there, then we'll take it from there.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Bobby, Joby, back to you.
Thank you, Hannah. So Coach Sanchez's squad goes into the locker room, a 7-point lead on Western Kentucky here in Halton Arena. Getting ready, start of the second half. Here in Halton Arena, the Charlotte 49ers, 7-point lead, which has the student section enjoying things. Let's see what this second half has in store for us. The 7-point lead, largest of the game for the 49ers. So first half mainly led by Charlotte. Again, no big lead really either side. In fact, Western Kentucky, their biggest lead just 2 points. Gibson, quick three. Nice rebound by Hamilton. McKnight pushing the pace. Allen, three. Good. And a perfect start for Western Kentucky.
Well, a miss on one end by the Niners. And then a perfectly executed possession on the other end by the Hilltoppers. A make or miss game and a good start out of the halftime huddle for Western Kentucky.
Ali Khalifa way too strong. Now McKnight, and his pass caught by a Hilltopper. Just one not playing right now. So turnover number 11.
Yeah, more of the same. Not what Coach Stansbury wants to see. Have to take care of the basketball, especially on the road, in order to win.
Sharp defending Khalifa, keeping him from getting the basketball, and now a jump ball. And the possession arrow will give it to Western Kentucky.
Very excellent hands there by Jamarion Sharp, the big fella. Up for National Defensive Player of the Year, and you've seen Wild on the block shots, but showing he can do more than just that.
Second year in a row, Sharp on that list, one of 4 players to be in that final 15 back-to-back years. He is the tallest player in Division I at 7'5". You got a couple players at 7'4", including Zach Edey of Purdue. McKnight trying to drive on Folks and draws the contact. Folks can't believe it, but McKnight going to be heading to the free throw line for 2. Second foul on Folks in this game. Folks and Bryce Williams got the start tonight as Coach Sanchez changed up the lineup. Not happy with how the team started against North Texas this past Saturday.
Folks doing overall a solid job guarding Davion McKnight, who last game out had 13 free throw attempts. We know he can get to the line. 4 for 4 this game.
McKnight had 33 points in that win against Middle Tennessee, 21 of them coming in the first half. He's had double figures in all but 3 games this season. In the 3 games he did not get double figures, he scored 9 in each one. Khalifa thinks twice again, shooting against Sharp. Now a little floater in the lane, and Khalifa gets it to go. Just kind of flicked the wrist there.
A little give and go basketball. And I don't think we're overanalyzing to say all the Charlotte players are looking to get the shot attempt off a little quicker with Sharp in the game. Just hard to simulate his size and length.
Allen, 3. That one doesn't go. Allen's missed a couple here in this second half. He's 2 of 5 from 3. Gibson, nice feed. Khalifa. Now Folks, 3. No. Gibson keeps it for the Niners as Khalifa tapped it in his hands. Bryce Williams, no. So missed opportunities for the 49ers.
Yeah, that's a 3 we're used to seeing Williams knocked down as Hamilton takes a wild attempt. Not a great possession there for the Hilltoppers.
Khalifa, 3. It's good. Ali Khalifa, his first 3 of the night. And the Niners have the lead back to 7.
And a pick and pop play again, forcing Sharp to have to come out and contest, pull them away from the basket, and another unforced turnover by Western Kentucky.
Turnover number 12 as you see Ali.
It's hard for the big fella, even as long as he is, to recover all the way from inside the paint out to the three-point line. See if Charlotte runs it again. And there it is.
And Khalifa's got another one. And our first double-digit lead of the game, and it's going to lead to a timeout for Rick Stansbury as the Charlotte 49ers on an 8-0 run. They lead by 10. It was a 7-point halftime lead for Charlotte. The Hilltoppers came out with the first 5 points to trim the lead to 2, but thanks to Ali Khalifa and 2 3-pointers, that was the second one that led to the timeout for the Hilltoppers, and all of a sudden it's a 10-point lead for the 49ers.
Yeah, Khalifa just 4 points in the first half, already 8 here in the second half. He's just playing huge for the Niners.
Allen had the air ball and ended up in his teammates' hands. And Sharp can't finish, and eventually it'll be Niner basketball.
My goodness, 4 or 5 attempts right around the rim. And it has been that kind of stretch for the Hilltoppers.
Here's Ali, had the crowd chanting his name as we went to the media timeout. There he shows his other skill set, but the finish does not happen for Folks.
A little too much English for Folks.
Open three, Allen, and it's good. A much-needed bucket for Western Kentucky.
And with Dante Allen, we know, shooting 38% from behind the arc on the season. Already made 3 here this evening. And a wide open attempt there in the semi-transition set.
Folks, and the net barely moved on that one.
It's raining threes now. Both teams shooting it with some confidence.
Charlotte's made 9 threes. They're shooting 47% from beyond the arc at 9 of 19. McKnight lost control of the ball in the hands of Ali Khalifa. Gibson put on his shoe extremely quick there, Joe.
It can't be on very tight.
And now a foul going to be on Sharp, which will be his third. 14:23 to go in the second half. 49ers on top by 10. Hilltoppers had a few cracks at it here and were just unable to get one to fall. There, Sharp had 2 great looks at the basket. Sharp picked up his 3rd foul, leading us to that media timeout. He does stay on the floor, though, Joby, for Western Kentucky.
I think if you're Coach Stansbury, you got to keep the big fella in the game. Down 10 and plenty of time on the clock, but the momentum certainly in the Charlotte 49ers' favor. And to get back in the game, it obviously starts on the defensive end as we see Lukai Patterson getting tripped up by Davion McKnight. Patterson we saw in the first half, especially late when Charlotte went on that run with that right hand, really did a good job attacking the rim.
Patterson transfer in for the Charlotte 49ers. This is his first game, though. He did not start. As Isaiah Folks instead got the start alongside Montre Gibson at the guard position. Patterson out to Bryce Williams. Gibson finds Aldridge. And had the good look, but probably rushed it a little quicker than he wanted to with the shot clock expiring.
A good shot created by Charlotte. The drive by Gibson, who's been a facilitator as well as a scorer in this ball game. And for the Hilltoppers, where do you go to get points? And Hamilton capable, but still probably not the first choice. Try to go to if you're Western Kentucky offensively.
Aldridge three, top of the key. Loose ball, and it will land near Coach Sanchez in the Western Kentucky basketball. Hilltoppers made just one of their last 7 shots, as they've not been able to find any rhythm here in this second half. Hilltoppers riding a 3-game winning streak coming into this game. And they've been the team to streaks this year in Conference USA. Lost their first 3 conference games, then won 3 straight, then lost 5 in a row. On a 3-game streak on the good side right now, but that shot doesn't go. And here comes Gibson, now off in the hands of Patterson.
Charlotte, that old school Princeton style offense. A lot of movement, handoffs, back and forth, some back doors, which we haven't seen them get tonight, but they've gotten good shots nonetheless. Probably a block here again on McKnight.
Second foul on McKnight. Look at Montre Gibson as it's like he's heading to the bench, but Gibson in this game, 8 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Been helping to do it all for Ron Sanchez basketball team. Igor Milicic and Isaiah Folks, they check in. And now we will see Sharp head to the bench. Jung checks back in.
Well, that has been the strength of the Charlotte team when they've had success this season. In most of their 14 wins, it's points by committee. Khalifa, another really good look. Made those 2 earlier in this second half.
Allen fires. Allen hits his 4th 3 of the night.
And he must have the ultra green light because there was 0 hesitation on that one. Let it fly. It's my type of basketball there, Bobby.
Allen up to 14 points. Patterson to answer back. No. Allen the rebound. Excuse me, Akot the rebound. And Akot driving in on Milicic. And makes a nice move and finish. Emmanuel Akot. The board and goes the other way for 2.
And signs of life for Western Kentucky now. Lead just 5. 11:20 and counting to play. Ample time. And all this while Sharp's been on the bench.
Milicic. And it will be Western Kentucky basketball. Quick 5-0 run by the Hilltoppers. And all of a sudden it's a 5-point game in the Queen City. A look here as Akot got the rebound and goes the other way on Igor Milicic. He would eventually get the bucket here in a little 5-0 run by the Hilltoppers. And Joby, a Charlotte team in the first half took 32 shots, 12 were from beyond the arc, so a little more than a third of their attempts. Here in the second half, they've taken 15 shots, 11 out of those 15 from the outside.
Yeah, just 3 for 11. 2 of those coming from Ali Khalifa. And they haven't been bad attempts necessarily. It's been within the flow of the offense, but It's really comes down to not knocking them down is the difference. And Western Kentucky on this little mini run here climbed right back in the ball game, and started with Allen, who's made 3 threes. Excuse me, 4 now. Really getting hot from the exterior.
And Allen, as this shot will go right in the hands of Fulks. Allen's now started 4 straight games. Over the last 3, 59 points over those 3 games. The previous 11 games, he had just over 59 points in those games combined. So moving into the starting lineup has paid off for Allen. There's Fulks, a bucket, and we get a technical going to be called on Fulks.
Yeah, a little bit of taunting after the basket. Obviously don't know what was said, but official didn't like the gesture. See a strong drive. Folks with a mismatch in strength against Allen, but a little extracurricular, unnecessary talking there. And that could be a big play.
Rawls able to hit the first of the 2 technicals. Kip Kissinger, our referee that made that call. Let's see, I couldn't read lips, and I don't recommend you read lips at home. Wasn't a long sentence that was said by Isaiah Fulks, but whatever it was, it earned him a technical.
Yeah, a little bit of a stare as well. And, you know, I'm fine with it. The officials are consistent and trying to keep control of this ball game. Been a well officiated game and really well played game for the most part.
So 1 out of 2 for Rawls on the technical free throw attempts. Ball now in the hands of McKnight. McKnight just 3 shot attempts so far, 2 of 3 from the floor. Cameron averaging 17.2 points per game and had 32 in his last game. Allen had it knocked out of his hands. He's got it back. He fires, and you talk about he's got the green light, Joby. They're just kind of turning around after picking up the loose ball, and he hits his 5th 3.
Yeah, just like they designed it, right? A little bit of a fumble and almost a wasted possession, but that was not a wasted possession for Charlotte. 2-handed slam by Bryce Williams. Beautiful backdoor pass by Khalifa.
Williams up to 8 points. First assist for Khalifa, who's got 12 points. Rawls answering right back for Western Kentucky, and it's back to a 1-possession game.
And Rawls has given the Hilltoppers a nice lift off the bench here in the second half. A little contact on that drive as well.
Gibson over in the hands of Threadgill. Now it's Khalifa. Double team, Threadgill, open 3. Great rebound by Bryce Williams. And the Niners set the offense, and it finds an open Khalifa. Off to Patterson, the extra pass. Bryce Williams does not fall out of bounds, and it will stay with the 49ers.
Well, you couldn't be happier if you're Coach Sanchez. Extremely unselfish basketball. You could argue both Patterson and Khalifa had wide open threes, but as they say, you pass up a good shot for a great shot. Williams unable to connect. Charlotte retaining possession. We see the big fella Sharp back in the game after some extended time on the bench.
Sharp out there with 3 fouls. Sharp, the nation leader in blocks, has 2 tonight. Patterson, a spin move again, and the foul. So 6 points now for Patterson.
And that's what he does. He's a bulldog underneath. Mismatch. Rawls too small. A hezzy shot fake, good footwork. And another and one opportunity. We saw Patterson do much of the same in the first half. Just gives the Niners such a different dimension at that guard position to be able to post up.
Second time Patterson's had an and one opportunity, not been able to make either of those 2 free throw attempts. So the lead is 5. Hilltoppers have hit 4 out of their last 5 shots. Rawls goes inside to Sharp, and you'll probably take that foul if you're the 49ers, as Sharp was going to have an easy dunk.
Absolutely. I don't think it was intentional, but you're spot on, Bobby. You commit and give up that foul versus giving up the dunk. Any opportunity you can get.
Allen showing it's not just from the outside he can get it done. Nice strong finish. And Allen up to 19 points.
Yeah, big game here for Allen, coming in, averaging just 8 points a game. And Davion McKnight, Charlotte's overall done a really good job on him, just 8 points. Allen picking up the slack.
There's Khalifa. Nice job, Bryce Williams. Tips it out to Patterson. Now Gibson. 15 to shoot. Khalifa getting to the hands of Bryce Williams. Gibson blocked by Sharp. Khalifa, shot clock expiring. It's good. Ali Khalifa.
Well, maybe that's a payback possession there, Bobby, from the one Allen hit earlier. Broken play leads to a 3. And then on the other end, block shot leads to an open 3.
15 points now for Khalifa. Allen again. Dante Allen. 6 threes. He's got 22 points.
And he is filling it, to say the least. Keeping Western Kentucky in this basketball game. Dante Allen on fire.
Threadgill. It's in the hands of Ali. Another 3. It's good again from Khalifa. He's got 4 from beyond the arc.
And there it is, the pick and pop yet again. Sharp just a second late recovering. Khalifa makes him pay as Rawls drives in.
And that ball went off Khalifa. Give credit to Marshall, who got his hands on it. Ali has 18, and the Niners lead by 6. Ali Khalifa set a career high against the Hilltoppers in the first meeting with 22 points. He's got 18 here tonight. The Niners lead by 6. Let's check back in with the third member of our team, and that's Hannah Brady. Hannah?
Guys, a lot of emotion in that Charlotte huddle by Ron Sanchez. He said, you know, guys, we've been in this situation before and we haven't capitalized. I need you to capitalize. I need you to maximize your energy. I need more communication, more voice, more talk. I just need you to compete and run the floor in these final 6 minutes.
Allen, a rare miss for him of late.
And a good look. Really a missed opportunity there, but Dante Allen, a rare miss tonight, the way he's played.
This is 4th start. The last 4 games, the scoring has upticked in a major way. Career high of 25 points against UTEP 2 games ago. There's Patterson drawing the foul. And he'll get an opportunity here at the line.
Well, Bobby, talking about Allen and the way he's played, it just shows confidence. You see the drive by Patterson. Plenty of contact with the body, but it shows when you get an opportunity, you see your coaches believing in you, goes into the starting lineup, has a couple of good games, and he is really just feeding off of that good play and coming on the road, putting on a show.
Patterson, a 78% free throw shooter, but he's 0 for 3 here tonight. Finally gets his first one to fall. Niners as a team 4 of 7 at the line. Hilltoppers, they haven't taken many free throws either, just 5 of 6. Charlotte here has led this entire second half. And as many as 10, as low as 3. McKnight it off, and now we're going to get a foul called on Bryce Williams. As Hamilton was driving baseline. Hamilton and Coach Stansberry trying to say he was in the act of shooting. They are not winning that battle. Landis Poole, your referee, making that call along the baseline.
See if McKnight can get something going in the last 5 minutes. Charlotte doing an incredible job. Double teaming those pick and rolls, making it hard. He only has 3 shot attempts as Aycock goes in strong, but another bunny around the rim. He's unable to finish.
Ball stays with the Hilltoppers.
Start counting up those misses right around the rim for the Hilltoppers. A lot of points left on the board.
Aycock swings it into the corner. Hamilton, runner in the lane, gets it to go. Hamilton, the Charlotte area product. It's the shot to go. Has struggled with a shot tonight. Now just 2 of 8 from the floor. But a much needed bucket as we're under 5 minutes to go in Halton Arena. Niners with the 5-point lead.
We see the Hilltoppers changing up the defense. First time we've seen that 2-3 matchup zone in the second half, and they leave Trey Gibson wide open, and the rainbow goes through and barely touches the net. My goodness.
We've seen that a few times tonight. The net barely moving on made threes. That's Gibson's 3rd from beyond the arc. The lead is 8. They throw it inside to Sharp, and it's a foul you'll probably take if you're Ron Sanchez, as Khalifa picks up just his 2nd foul. Sharp 54.4% at the line.
A good recovery there by Khalifa. Sharp brings that ball down, and that was his error there. Tall, keep the ball up. No way Khalifa could recover. Would have had plenty of time to go up and dunk that basketball. Now it gets interesting.
Crowd getting loud. In part, they want the missed free throw, but also they'd get free chicken if the 2nd attempt is missed. And that might be the loudest round. It's amazing, Joby, what free anything will do.
Add in their college student next to it, and it makes it that much more exciting. The student section going wild, to say the least.
Well, the 49ers, they'll take it in a big way. Keeps their lead here at 8 as we are at 4 minutes to go. Khalifa. Long rebound, gets out in the hands of Hamilton. Hamilton off the Sharp.
That's a big possession there. Wide open 3 missed by Charlotte on one end. Leads to a breakout dunk on the other. 5-point swing. And much needed for the Hilltoppers to stay in this game.
Khalifa off in the hands of Gibson. It's back to Khalifa. 3 to shoot. Now Gibson will fire. And it was caught, and it'll be a shot clock violation. And it takes us to our final timeout. The Charlotte 49ers lead down to 6 after the dunk by Sharp. Six-point lead for the Charlotte 49ers here with 3:11 to go. There you take a look at Luke Frampton, 6-year guard. His right leg actually tore his ACL in the meeting against Charlotte earlier this year. Frampton, name people might know around here, actually started his career at Davidson. before transferring to Western Kentucky. This is his first road trip with the team since the injury. And, you know, we've talked tonight a lot about Allen, Joby, and that's someone that's kind of seen the minutes uptick since that injury unfortunately happened for Luke. That ended his collegiate career back in January.
Yeah, he was playing excellent basketball, was Frampton as well. Unfortunate, but this is part of the game, and Hamilton getting in the middle of the paint again, hitting the runner, cutting the lead to 4. But that's a big part of this game. Who's going to step up and really be the difference maker? Allen playing well. Hamilton, a couple big baskets late. But you got to get stops on this end if you're the Hilltoppers.
Bryce Williams gets it off to Fulks. Fulks trying to dump it off to Khalifa. It's a turnover, just the 7th of the game for the 49ers, but it's been the last 2. Shot clock violation. And now that turnover. Charlotte lowest turnovers in Conference USA at just under 12. There's Allen. No, Bryce Williams able to get the rebound. It was knocked out of his hands, but he picks up possession again, and we have 2 minutes to go.
Oh, not a great attempt there. Dante Allen had the hot hand, but probably could have come up with a better attempt. Must get a stop as Williams comes up short on the runner. Get downhill. A mismatch here. Acott in the low block against Gibson.
Hamilton shot in and out. Niners coming up here on a drought that is hitting 3 minutes without points, but they still have the lead here by 4. Khalifa. Now to Patterson. Gibson had the look, didn't take it. And now it's out to Gibson. Over to Khalifa. In and out. Final minute of regulation. McKnight trying to split the defense. No, putback is up and in. And it was Allen. Skied in. And trims the Niner lead to 2.
A strong drive by Davion McKnight, but Allen not boxed out by anyone on the Niners, flying in from the weak side. A huge putback. 1 possession game. Plenty of time left. And Charlotte has lost a lot of close games this year, Bobby, so sometimes in these moments you start to second guess and wonder, can we finish?
You look at the Charlotte 49ers. Now, the last 3 games have not been as dramatic at the end, but prior to that, a 3-point loss to FIU, a 2-point loss to Rice, had the 4-point win in Bowling Green against the Hilltoppers, but lost by 4 to Middle, 2 to UTEP, 4 to FAU, 2 to FIU. And the story of the season for this team here at a busy Thursday night in Conference USA. Number 25 FAU down 9 right now on the road in Murfreesboro against Middle Tennessee with 5.5 minutes to go there. North Texas leading La Tech 58-55 with 5 minutes to go. 49ers are going to be on the road against Louisiana Tech on Saturday. UTSA and Rice, they're 4.5 minutes into the game, or 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Right now the Roadrunners lead by 3. Hilltoppers, they'll be in Houston to take on Rice on Saturday. UAB and UTEP still to come tonight at 9 o'clock. 22-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. See who the 49ers look to get the ball in the hands to. Scoring tonight spread out for the most part. Khalifa does lead the way with 18. Here's Gibson. Back to Khalifa. 7'5" Sharp on him as he backs in. There's the hook shot. No, rebound Sharp. Hilltoppers can tie or take the lead. They have not led since 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. McKnight driving in on Gibson, and we are tied with 9.5 to go. Coach Sanchez telling them to go, and now the timeout is taken with 6 seconds remaining. And it is an 8-0 run by the Hilltoppers over the last 3 minutes and 43 seconds to tie this game, as you see McKnight giving him 10 points now. And Joey, looked at the Charlotte offense, just felt like kind of indecision of who's going to take the shot down the stretch in this game.
Yeah, you're kind of caught in that in-between stage where you're almost playing not to lose instead of playing to win. A minute 44 or so, 2 or 3 possessions back. Charlotte had some wide open shot attempts. They passed up and then end up having to force a shot, and that is kind of a picture of what the stretches look like for the Niners. So it's a catch-22. You want to run the clock, but when you're open, you got to play to win and be aggressive, and they really haven't done that.
So 6 seconds left, Joby. You got a few options. Ollie's been the high scorer tonight. We know what Bryce can do. Gibson, good night. Who do you think you're looking to?
Well, I think you're looking, instead of more just one of the players, you're looking to get something going to the basket, forcing the Hilltoppers to make a play or the official to call a foul. But you have to remember, the big fella 7'5" in the middle does not make it easy when you get downhill. But Bryce Williams would be the guy who's most creative if you're in a dead ball situation and looking to put it in somebody's hands who can go get you a bucket. But Patterson or Gibson are going to be good options as well. Patterson throwing the ball in. Expect Khalifa to pop and maybe do some sort of handoff. And here it is.
Ball's in the hands of Gibson. Off to Williams, and it's blocked by Sharp. A huge defensive play. There's a reason he's a Naismith Defensive Player of the Year watch list finalist, as he comes up with the block, and we are going to overtime. Getting ready for overtime inside Halton Arena. Bryce Williams shot blocked at the end by Sharp. And Joby, let's take a look at it.
Yeah, Charlotte trying to get the 3, and oh, yeah, you can hear the fans in the background. Sharp got the ball. He also got a lot of the face and head of Bryce Williams. I mean,
there was a lot of contact,
my goodness,
to say the least. The Philadelphia Eagles are like, where was that?
My goodness, I'll tell you what, we were talking off air. Well, it looked like Sharp went into the body of Williams. I did not see that. The hatchet to the head. Man, that's unfortunate, but hey, you win some, you lose some. When it comes to those 50-50 calls, it's spilt milk now. 5 minutes of free basketball. The momentum certainly has swung in the Hilltoppers' favor.
So we are ready here for overtime. Charlotte 2-0 in overtime this season. The Hilltoppers 0-1 as they lost at Louisiana Tech back on January 19th in overtime. Khalifa winning the tip. So it's 49er basketball. Charlotte gone a while without any points. Bryce Williams, mid-range 2. Does not fall. Rebound to McKnight.
Yeah, Williams getting a little aggressive. Offensively, he's 3 for 10 from the floor. Good pull-up, but Charlotte needs a basket to go down as Acott misses on the other end.
Ali Khalifa out of Threadgill. And the Niners still cannot buy a bucket.
Yeah, one of those that Threadgill I'm sure would love to have back. Fairly straightforward pull-up.
Turnover by the Hilltoppers. Niners trying to get their first point since there was 4:35 to go in the second half. Gibson, no. Able to get the rebound. Give credit to Ali Khalifa, who kept that ball alive.
And that's 12 offensive rebounds for the Charlotte 49ers.
Patterson, no fear against Sharp, but it doesn't fall. And Al McKnight still looking for our first points here of overtime.
And Charlotte really just unable to capitalize off of those offensive rebounds, but McKnight getting to that strong left hand, you've got to force him right. Good job by Davion McKnight getting to his sweet spot. And that's 12 points now for the junior guard.
Patterson off to Gibson. Niners now shooting just 35% from the field. Khalifa. The drought continues for the 49ers at over 7 minutes without a point. Hamilton, three. Doesn't fall. Bryce Williams the rebound. 9th board of the game for Williams.
Yeah, smart play by Davion McKnight. Going to the low block, forcing the double team. Throws the cross-court skip to a wide open Hamilton. That could have been a huge three, to say the least. Charlotte's still well intact, down just 2. But they eerily need a basket as Khalifa rises up and gives them exactly what they need, Bobby.
And the Niners back in front. Ollie's 5th 3 of the game. He's now got 21, and he's scored 43 in the 2 games combined against the Hilltoppers this season. McKnight driving on Gibson. That left hand again was short. And the rebound for Khalifa. So the Niners, chance now to extend the 1-point lead.
They want to conserve the clock if you're Charlotte, but we already mentioned you don't want to just dribble the air out and have to heave up a poor attempt. Work to get a good shot, get downhill. You only got 10 and counting. They need to go.
Williams back to Ali. He'll fire again. He got it again! Ali Khalifa! His second 3 of overtime. He sets a new career high. And we'll take a timeout. The big man coming up big for the Niners. The Charlotte 49ers couldn't buy a bucket until number 15. The redshirt sophomore Ali Khalifa hit that 3. That put the Niners up 1. And then he just hit another one as the shot clock was expiring. And all of a sudden, Joby, the Niners lead by 4.
That's my type of stat line. 14 three-point attempts by the big fella, making 6 of them. None bigger than those last 2. Charlotte really struggling to score, as you mentioned, and Ali Khalifa right on time, delivering. 54 seconds to play. Now the Hilltoppers got to go pretty quick and try to get something going to the hoop. If you got a wide open 3, you take it, but this is a pivotal possession. If you come up empty here, you got to start fouling, making this a longer game and forcing Charlotte to knock down free throws.
Full court pressure from Charlotte to make it a little bit harder for the Hilltoppers. Acott being guarded by Patterson. Now in the hands of McKnight. Hamilton to Allen. Allen, three. Off the iron, rebound Khalifa. Now they work it around. Just 3-second difference. Hilltoppers got a foul, and they will. And it will send Montre Gibson to the line for the first time tonight. Gibson, an 85% free throw shooter.
Yeah, I didn't love that attempt there by Allen. Of course, he's had a big night and extremely capable of making that three there, but Davion McKnight has had success late in the game and early part of overtime, getting to that strong left hand. They're in the bonus.
Man, that was actually 6 fouls, so still got to foul one more time here.
That's right, but one more foul they would have been, so.
Niners able to work it around, killing some clock here. And now the foul occurs, so about 7 seconds. One off the clock. And now it's Bryce Williams to go to the free throw line. Again, you just had to get to overtime here for either team to get in the bonus. But not a lot of fouls called, as Bryce Williams can attest to. But Williams now opportunity here at the free throw line. Will be his first attempt. Mentioned Gibson was an 85% free throw shooter. Williams, he's 84.5. No matter what, we'll keep it a 2-possession game. And Williams not able to hit. Here comes Acott. Driving through the defense, and the ball was blocked into the stands. Bryce Williams. That's how you make up for a missed free throw.
What a play. Bryce Williams gets beat on the drive, but makes up for it. It's like Coach Stansbury would want a replay asking for a goaltend, but that's a great block.
Timeout by Western Kentucky. You see they got 1 left. Charlotte still with 2. And Stansbury was pleading first with Alandis Poole, who was the referee closest to him. Poole wasn't going to give it to him. So then he went elsewhere and still did not win that argument.
Bryce Williams showing the athleticism, causing the 49er faithful to dance in the stands. Might have been the game-saving block for all the offensive heroics by Ali Khalifa. It's a defensive play by Bryce Williams.
And the ball, he ended up on the line in a turnover. The Hilltoppers, who had 10 turnovers in the first half, cut them down in the second. But that's their 15th of the game, and it comes at the worst possible time.
And unfortunately for Western Kentucky, finishing the game the way they started it, the unforced turnovers. Charlotte just get the ball in bounds and should be in good shape.
Gibson throws it out. It's going to be a turnover now. A lot of time going off the clock, down to 7 seconds, and now Charlotte commits a foul. They had a foul to give. So not a bad decision by Threadgill here with the position of where the inbounds is going to be.
A super heads-up play there by Jackson Threadgill. Now you give your defense a chance to set and force the Hilltoppers to get a little more creative and negate a 5-on-4 opportunity.
There's McKnight. He'll fire the 3. No, and the 49ers survive in overtime. And they sweep the season series with Western Kentucky for the first time since the 1988-89 season. And they win both games by 4 points. Ali Khalifa leading the way for the Niners with 24 points, 6 of 14 from beyond the arc. He had all 6 points in overtime as the Hilltoppers scored just 2 in OT. It was the first 2, but then Khalifa on back-to-back possessions hits the threes, Joby, for the Niners.
Yeah, and it's a game in the 60s. That's what the Niners wanted. Hilltoppers coming in, averaging 74 points a game, and Charlotte did what they had to do. It wasn't pretty at times, but Ali Khalifa stood up big. The big man from Egypt, when Charlotte needed him most, came through in the clutch.
49ers, their 6th conference win of the season. And the star of the night, Ali Khalifa, going to get an interview here with Hannah. But first, he's got his student section giving him his round of applause. And now Ali Khalifa is standing by with our Hannah Brady. Hannah?
Ali, the last time you had a career high was against Western Kentucky with 22 points, and then tonight you set a new record of 24 points. How were you able to have such a hot hand tonight?
I don't know. That's my teammates got me open every time. We kind of knew Sharp is a little long. He's gonna low show ball screen, so coach just told me to let it go, and they trusted me so much, so thank God I made some shots.
The energy was electric between you and your teammates. Talk to me about that team chemistry down the stretch tonight.
It was great. We kind of fell a little bit at the end of the fourth quarter, but we got it back in the overtime. We trusted we're going to win. We're protecting the home court, but it's good to be on the winning column again, and it was great.
An overtime win, a win at home. How good does this win feel tonight?
It's great. It's last 6 games of the season, in the regular season. It just feels great to win again at home, and hopefully we're going to win the next 5 as well.
Phenomenal performance. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Bobby, Joey, back to you guys.
Thank you, Hannah. Big night for Ali Khalifa, leading the 49ers to the victory. For Hannah Brady and Joby Thomas, I'm Bobby Rosinski saying so long from Halton Arena, where the final score is Charlotte 68, Western Kentucky 64. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.